Okay, so this is I'm Brett and my daughter Carly here. We are going to split this log of Osage up, hopefully, get some straight staves out of it, and I'm making a bow for my cousin who got me a bunch of Osage logs, like 5 of them. So I think it'd be nice to make him a bow, and I've had a few people request that I make a bow for him, or make a bow video, not both, but make a video of a bow being made from start to finish. So here we go. I put up a clock and back because this log is a beast. It's probably about 350, 400 pounds, and so it might take a while. So I thought it might be funny to put a clock up there and see how long it takes us. So here we go. The tools we're using is I got a couple of these wedges. Got a little wedge here, and I got the big boy here. I'm thinking I wish I had a couple of these because this is the biggest log I've ever split. So we'll see how it goes. Got the big maul, and then really handy, I just got a regular hammer here, and then a regular hatchet here, and then this is a really nice one. I like this. It's a drywall hammer. It's got a little hatchet head and a hammer head on it. So that's what we're going to use to split these up. So here, why don't you move some of these out of the way, honey? Okay. Grab the wedges and the hammer and move it over there. So looking at this log, I'm not sure if you can see it here, but there's a big split that's already started right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hatchet here, or my drywall hammer here, and sink it and get this wedge started, and that'll allow me to get bigger and bigger wedges in there. And I found that with any log, it's easier to go with a natural crack than it is to try to start your own if they already have them in there. So here we go. So Carly, grab the hammer here. And I tell you to, you smack that. No, right there. Smack the top of that. Right there, yep, hard. Keep going until I tell you to stop. Smack it. This stuff is hard. Okay. Okay, I'll take the hammer now. Okay, you want to grab that big one? Okay. Looks like yeah, it's starting to split out right nicely where I got that one started. Okay, hammer it in. I'm just kidding. So, I don't know if the camera can tell, but it's starting to split out a little bit. And with this particular hammer, it really starts to split out after it gets sunk in. So, I'll get it in there a little bit. Okay, and there it's starting to pop a little bit. But now it's wide enough to try and get my wedge in. So we're going to try to get a wedge in there now. Alright, so far, we've driven this wedge, this little wedge, in about halfway. Basically just enough to get this big wedge started. So what I'll do is, I'll get this in just a little bit more, and then Carly, grab that big black wedge, and then when I tell you to, we'll stick it right next to this one, and we'll get this one started in to really get it split. Stuff is just like steel.
While Dad is doing that, he forgot to add one more tool to the list. You're going to be using an axe. Yeah. And it's really loud in here. I don't know if you can hear the full action. You probably can't. But it's echoing louder than a really big thunderstorm. So we're going to use our earmuffs things and get it done.
Okay, so what we did here so far is we drove this little wedge in, and now we're going to take this big black wedge here. I'll take that and grab, where's the hammer at? I got the hammer right here. We'll stick this right next to it. We'll hammer this in until we can get this wedge out, and hammer this one in, and then work our way down the log. So I'll get this thing started a little bit. Silly to have them in that. So now, what I'll do is I'll hammer this in. I might even hammer this one a little bit further in, but after I get this so wide enough, then I'll sit and move this wedge up, and then I'll just skip them over. what I'll have to do is I'll have to take a hatchet and cut the webs in between the two sides, because it just puts these pieces of wood that are like cable in between the two pieces, and you can barely get them apart. It is just tough stuff, but that's what makes it such a good bow wood. So we'll try it again here. Okay, so now we've got this one out. Now I'm going to drive this one down the rest of the way, and then we'll move that small wedge way up there again. Continue to split. Okay, so there it is. The first split. Not sure how long it's been. It's been a long time, at least an hour, I think. We had our wedges stuck and our mauls stuck, and we had to flip it over a couple times to get it apart. We finally did. So I got to pick with the best of the two. And I'm thinking this guy, so I'm going to split that up, and if I get a good stave, I'll stop. If not, then I'll dig into this one. I will eventually dig into it, but for the video. So yeah. So here we go again. Split it once and maybe a couple more times. Alright, there's the quarter split Osage right there. See if I can. Not sure what log yet. I'm thinking the one on the left looks like it's a little straighter. So I think I'll split that down into an eighth. And look at those eighths and pick my stave out of one of them if it comes out nice. The left one. If not, then I'll dig into that right one. And I still got that other half yet too, so one more split. Split this last piece of Osage up here. I got the two main splits, and then I split one of those halves in half again, and I'm going to split this one in half for the last time, and hopefully I can use one of these sides to get the bow out. This one has a bunch of bug damage, but it looks like it's primarily the sapwood. I don't see anything that's going down deep. So that should be fine. I got these wedges started, this other hatchet started, and I'm just splitting it up. So here we go. Okay, here are the two final staves we got. This guy right here.